tonight I've got something really special for you guys. We've got an amazing TikTok famous chef who's come to my house to cook dinner for me on my birthday. So we are having an amazing menu. Can you remember the menu?
Of course I can remember.
Okay, let's talk about the menu.
Of course.
What have we got?
For starter, we have some burrata. We have roasted nectarines with some roasting right now in the pan. We're gonna add some almond pesto that I made earlier. We're gonna put some pine nuts and some fresh nectarines from the garden that I picked earlier. For a main course, we will have a sous-vide sirloin steak, which I'm gonna pair it with galette potatoes. I made some roasted cauliflower puree with burnt butter in it. What else? Let me have a sneak peek on the menu.
We've got a proper menu here. It looks very professional.
And we have some asparagus, and I made some parsley powder. I dehydrated some parsley and I turned it into a powder. So this is going to be like a nice element on the plate. And for dessert, we have a chocolate cremeux with tahini, and we made the salted caramel, and I will pair it with some flaky salt and some roasted hazelnuts.
Amazing. So Panos is super skilled, and he's actually doing this on Airbnb. So if you're interested in booking him, have a look on Airbnb. You'll be able to find him. This is the first time I've done anything like this. Super excited. But let's watch him do some cooking, and I'll speak to you again in a moment. Okay, so while Panos is serving everybody else, I'm going to have mine. So just have a look at that. That is absolutely amazing. That's like a work of art. So we've got burrata here. We've got fantastic pancetta. These are the nectarines that you've just seen being roasted in the pan. And then there is a homemade emulsion here that's basically a pesto made with almonds. So you can see that it's brown. And there's a whole lot of other stuff in there. And then we've even got really lovely flour picked from his own garden. So let me have a little taste of this and see what it is like. Now the burrata is so soft and delicious. Let me get some of this. It's meat. Oh, this looks incredible. So fresh, so light. Oh, it's really incredibly tasty. It's a shame that you can't taste it, but I'm doing it for you, so that's all good. Let's have a look at these roasted nectarines. A little bit of this prosciutto with it as well. Well, it's such a big portion as well. I've been to restaurants where you get main courses that are smaller than this. That nectarine literally just melts in your mouth. So tasty. And we have a little bit of the burrata with that and this amazing pesto. That's incredibly tasty. I'm going to finish the rest of this and I'll see you for the main course. Panos, can you just explain to us exactly what you've done to this steak before it's hit the pan? Because this is quite special, I think.
Yes, absolutely. So what we do is to cook the steak sous vide. What we do is we have a bag. We vac seal the steak in there. We can add our aromatics or we can add anything we want in there. And then we submerge it underwater.
Wow. And
we cook it in a specific temperature so the steak can't go wrong. Like if somebody wants it, like let's say rare, the steak will be rare. And it depends on how long you will cook it and what temperature, you will get a different result.
Okay.
So now we're aiming for a medium rare steak, which I believe that is the best way to have the sirloin steak and enjoy it.
Certainly my favourite.
So this is going to be a very good...
So you have to have special equipment for that then,
exactly,
that you've got in your home.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool. So this has all been prepped before, and now it's going in the pan to get to medium rare status.
Exactly.
So very exciting. You don't usually see this sort of thing with behind the scenes look at what's going on.
Exactly.
From somebody who's worked Michelin-Star?
Of course, yeah.
Michelin-Star chef. Ooh. Oh, fantastic. In my own house. Don't even have to go out for it.
Exactly. We have a Michelin-Star restaurant at your house.
Amazing. This is amazing. And this is a new feature that Airbnb are now offering.
Exactly.
That anybody can get a personalised Michelin-Star chef in their house for a reasonable amount. So have a look on there. It's quite fun. I'm not sponsored by Airbnb. I'm just saying I've done it. And this is looking amazing. So I'm going to leave them to crack on with this, and I'll see you again in a minute. So Panos, what are these amazing little potato things that you've got here?
This is the potato galette. So what we do basically, we just slice the potatoes very fine, very thinly, and then we brush them with duck fat, and then we stack them on as layers, and then you put something heavy on top of it and you cook it in the oven. After you cook it, you pull it down, and then you have to let it in the fridge overnight, and the next day you cut it in cubes, and then you get this crispy potato.
Wow, so much work has gone into that really small, but it looks amazing.
It's very, very tasty.
Really looking forward to tasting that, as I am the asparagus as well. That looks really nice also. Okay guys, I've now got the main course. Look at that, that is absolutely incredible. That is a work of art. So this is the beef, sirloin beef, which is sous vide, which we heard about earlier, as prepared in a very special way. We've then got some amazing potato galette, which so much work has gone into that. And look, it's just a tiny portion of amazing food. We've then got a beef jus, which has been reduced, and a burnt butter and cauliflower sauce. So let me just have some of this. Let's just have a taste. So I've got to have some of this sirloin steak because it does look incredible. I mean, wow, look at that. Look at that. It's medium rare, but it's like perfect. Absolutely perfect. It's absolutely spectacular. That is probably the best sirloin steak I've ever had. We have this asparagus. I do like a bit of asparagus. Have some of the burnt butter with that. Wow. Well, if only you could taste this, you would be so impressed. We have this potato galette now. You can see it's like a bit like a tree trunk. You can see all the different component parts that have gone into that. It's been pressurized, all pushed down. So it's crispy on the outside, really interesting. So a little bit like a roast potato, but so much more flavoursome. A lot more to it than a roast potato. So most potato usually has just fluffy potato inside. This is densely packed, so all the flavour, really, wow, just quite incredible. Now, I'm going to finish the rest of this, and I'll see you for the dessert. That does look incredible. So did you make this?
I made everything.
What is in that?
So in here, we have tofu, silken tofu. You put the silken tofu in a blender, you add the maple syrup, you blend it up, and then you melt dark chocolate, you add it in the tofu, and then you mix everything together and it becomes like a chocolate tofu, and then you add double cream in this. And then when you let it in the fridge, it will set and it will become like a cremeux. So
wow, that looks incredible.
It's very, very nice.
And then it's a hot spoon so that you can get in there and shape it. Wow.
And this is vegan as well. Like there's no dairy in it. There's like
wow.
It's absolutely vegan. Yeah.
That's becoming even more popular now, isn't it? The vegan and vegetarian.
I was working in a vegan restaurant, so this is where I found this recipe.
Certainly doesn't look like a lesser option, because I think people mistakenly think that vegetarian and vegan is like you have to dumb down your food and you're not going to get anything tasty. This looks amazing.
It's absolutely the food as a vegan food can be interesting if you know what to cook and when to cook it. For example, seasonality for vegetables, you can make incredible stuff. But if you don't know and you get, let's say, something which grows, it's better in summer and you have it during winter, like this is where you lose a lot of flavor.
Yeah. Wow. Looks, I'm very excited to see this dessert. Very excited. Okay guys, I am sorry to say that it's almost time for the end of the meal. And I've got this amazing dessert. Look at that, it's just incredible. And would you believe that this is vegan? So not just vegetarian, vegan. So as you heard earlier, this is a chocolate cremeux that's got some tofu in it, got a beautiful caramel sauce and some roasted hazelnuts on top with a little sprinkling of salt. Little chef trick, I think, if you're working in a Michelin-style restaurant, that's the sort of thing you do, put salt on everything. But let's see what it tastes like. Some of the hazelnuts as well, I'll get all of it. Oh, wow, wow, wow. If you like chocolate and caramel, a little bit of salt, salted caramel, it's all the rage these days. This is absolutely incredible. You wouldn't know that this is vegan. This tastes like better than any chocolate dessert that I've ever had. So, that caramel sauce works so well with the chocolate, and the hazelnuts just give you a little bit of a bite, just that nice nutty sort of flavour. Wow. Ooh. In fact, the hazelnuts really do help to offset it. It was amazing. And this portion, it's so filling that I will manage to finish it for sure, but I'm going to go and finish it now, and I'll see you in a minute for the wrap up. Okay guys, we're here at the end of the meal, and I've actually got this chef with me. So Panos has now actually cleaned my kitchen, which is just incredible. So you don't get that very often. Someone comes to your house and does the cleaning for you. But I just wanted to go through the wrap up for the meal, and the reason I've got him here with me is because this is such an unusual experience to have a Michelin-star chef in your own home cooking fantastic food. I'm telling you, this is the best food that's ever been cooked in my kitchen. So you can't say that to anybody else, but I'm saying it right now. So we started off, we had the amazing burrata, which was served with prosciutto, and what else was in there?
Pine nuts, we had some almond pesto.
Amazing pesto that I've never had before. All the pesto I've ever had has been green. This was amazing fresh pesto, really tasty. The combination of all of those different flavours, just incredible. Everything melted in the mouth. I could have eaten a lot more of it, but it was a really big portion. Anyway, then for the main, we had that amazing steak, which had been prepared, well,
Sous-vide.
It's essentially cooked twice.
Exactly. Yes.
But probably the best steak I've ever had. It was just incredible, melted in the mouth, really cooked fantastically. And it was with the asparagus. We had the burnt butter and cauliflower and some beef stew.
Exactly.
Really, really incredibly tasty. And then for dessert, you saw that we had this incredible vegan dish. Now, normally if somebody said to me a chocolate vegan dish for dessert, I'd say, okay, I'll pass on that. But it was so tasty. I could have eaten a lot more of it. And the little bit of salted, the salt that was put on top. I did make a joke earlier about chefs putting salt on everything, but actually, I think that really made the dish. It was incredible. So the big question is, what's the score and how much did it cost? Well, this sort of experience, it's my birthday today, so I've pushed the boat out a little bit. But this was £90 per head, which, when you think about, if I'd have gone to a Michelin-star restaurant and had this sort of food, it would have cost me a lot more than that, maybe double that. Plus, you'd have to pay for all of your drinks and then the service charge.
And go there.
Exactly, and you've got to travel home and all of the rest of it. So this is an absolute bargain for this sort of food. This is a steal. Plus, you get the experience of having it at home with an amazing chef. It's just an amazing thing to share with people. So I think this is actually a really good deal. So, as I said, I'm not sponsored by Airbnb, but I do think this is a great service. And it's great for people like Panos, who's now able to get some marketing and be able to, if you're interested, he's based in London, so look him up. Go on to Airbnb, or maybe just go onto TikTok. You'll be able to find him on there. What's your handle on TikTok?
Panos Dalki, Panosdlki.
Cool. I'll put a link to that below this video so you can go through some really fun TikToks on there. Lots of really good food. You'll be able to see some interesting ideas if you want to cook things for yourself. But if you're interested in having him, which I would definitely recommend, check him out. Go through the Instagram and you'll be able to locate him. But overall, my score out of this, it's got to be a 10 out of 10. And I've only given one 10 out of 10 before, and that was for the Ritz Hotel. So this is incredible. But it is an amazing experience. So 10 out of 10. Thank you very much. Really appreciated it. Thanks for coming to my home and cooking this amazing food.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you very much.
Anytime. I'll definitely get you back again. So thank you very much for watching this video all the way through to the end. Please give me a thumbs up if you've liked it. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you again on the next.
Press the subscribe button. Smash the subscribe button.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you very much.